Never mind, I'll watch the 10 o'clock news. It's fine. How are you guys tonight? I hope everyone's doing well. Did we see the actual Hull B video today? Everyone. The actual Hull B video was actually good. They have totally redesigned the ship. It's something very interesting, I have to say. Is it perfect? No, but it'll do the job, you know. It'll do the job that is necessary for what it needs to do. Now, of course, is it perfect? Of course not, but yeah. You know. Just a second. So, we are going to go rewatch the Hull B video. Since not everybody has seen it, I'm going to stop and flip through it. It's a rather interesting looking take on the hull. Hull B. And here it is. Hold on. Pause. Pause. There we go. Here we go. We're going to take a look at this. I am going to hide the... Oops, shit. Display capture, image off. Oh, shit. That's not what I want. I want window capture, display capture off, image, window capture, find the ship. Hang on. I want you to notice some stuff in the foreground of this ship. There's a lot of showcasing here. Okay, here's the Argo Gram vehicle. Right? The Hull B itself. What is it? Okay, that's the Argo MPUV. Probably the cargo version. Hold on. That's some new armor. I almost want to say it's the Mond, but it's not. I'm seeing some newer armor in the shot, too.
The Hull B is our premium medium freight ship in the universe. It's capable of carrying a significant amount of cargo between stations within a system or across multiple solar systems. It sits between the Hull A, which is kind of your entry into the cargo hauling profession, and the Hull C, which is kind of big, serious interstellar cargo hauling runs. In terms of scaling and role, the Hull B is closer to the Hull A in terms of gameplay flow and mechanics, without the challenges of the more complicated setup and flow of the Hull C.
When you first look at the Hull B, you definitely notice a MISC ship. MISC is a high-end industrial manufacturer. It's a very clean art style. Visually, you kind of got these really large, clean, panelled, kind of bulbous shapes.
Think about the aesthetic of the 50s and bring it to a more futuristic.
You've got these really large,
there we go,
heavy-duty landing gear. You can clearly see it being built to take a lot of weight.
And then move along the top, and there's some really nice detail, some nice ribbing where the remote turret sits. Continuing along the top, there's a nice spoiler towards the rear.
When you see this ship collapsed, it feels almost like a little shuttle that could fly about. But then as you start to look at the back, you've got these massive engines on the rear of it, and then that gives you a bit of a visual indication that maybe there's something a bit more to the ship than what you see at first glance.
Yep.
Much like the rest of the Hull series, it has a compacting and extending spindle in the center section that allows the ship to have a smaller silhouette and shape when not carrying cargo, and then expanding out to carry the maximum amount of cargo.
It's quite a marvel of engineering in how much spindle and cargo grid we've managed to fit into such a small space when it's collapsed.
It holds 512 SEU of cargo, up to
512.
SEU crates.
Dang.
You can either load the cargo manually with handheld tractor beams, or the co-pilot has access to 2 front-facing remote tractor beam turrets in order to load cargo from within the vehicle. External cargo has the great benefit that it is by far the quickest to load and unload. You can simply rock up to a location and then use the tractor beams on the ship to attach and detach cargo, rather than having to thread these larger, especially the 32 SE containers, through restricted doorways at the back of ships. So you have to be smart about where you use the Hull B. It's quick to load, but also, if you find yourself in a tricky situation, it's very quick for someone else to unload it for you.
Yeah.
When it was first announced, it was promised to be able to land with its full capacity of cargo. However, over time, the cargo system changed, the design of ships have changed. When you look at the Hull A and the Hull C, they have a sort of cross arrangement, and doing this for the Hull B and the stated amount of cargo that we had said at the start, it just simply couldn't land without having the most comical, super long, gangly legs. So from that point onwards, we went back to concept, had multiple iterations of different cargo arrangements to suit the new capacity, and we settled on moving from the cross arrangement to rotating it 45 degrees into the X arrangement you see today.
And it still looks really good when it's open or closed, but it's still able to hold all of its cargo when landed.
The Hull B is great in that you can load it from both within hangars and external freight elevators. And then in the future, we want to allow you to be able to also use the facilities of docking, so you can truly load it from anywhere with any sort of cargo. Another advantage of the Hull B compared to, say, the Caterpillar, which has a very similar amount of cargo capacity, is the Caterpillar is a large hangar and the Hull B is a medium. So you have more accessible locations to land throughout the universe.
Easier access.
Medium hangars
Okay.
in general than large.
Makes sense.
You walk into the entrance area, which has our 2 suit lockers, a weapon locker, and a small bench to prepare yourself for leaving the ship. Coming up the personnel lift, to your left is a door to engineering. This houses most of the major components for the ship and the engineering screen.
Damn, I'm tired.
Center stage in there is the big mechanism that allows the ship to retract and extend its cargo grid.
Heading to your right from the personnel lift, you walk into the main corridor. This is a main thoroughfare of the ship. This also houses some of the other components. To one side is a mess hall.
You have a 2-seat table and a kitchenette.
On the opposite side of the corridor is the habitation area.
When you get in, you have like a bunk bed on your left, nice desk with its fridge and some shelves. You also have on the right space on the wall to hang up posters, and then the bathroom door.
As you enter into the bridge of the ship, as soon as you walk in, you know you're in a MISC ship. I know the MISC dashboards can be a little bit divisive. Maybe, on some of our previous ships, we maybe pushed the size of the dashboard a little bit too far, so it was something that we were quite conscious of with the Hull B. But we have pushed the pilot and the co-pilot seat further forward, so you're kind of sat more into that letterbox, just to give you better visibility out.
Very happy with the Hull B. I think it's a great ship. Looking forward to seeing lots of them populate the verse. The ship is for those people who are more serious about cargo, who are those people who need maybe slightly more cargo space than a raft, for example. I think it really is that sweet spot between cargo capacity and size.
I must have hit the button wrong. Sorry. Apologies. That was not on purpose. Yeah. So it's 46 meters long shortened, 71 meters long expanded. It's got a max crew of 2. Height is 8 meters, I believe, retracted. 9 meters expanded. 512 cargo. 17 meters wide. 2 size 3 pilot controlled weapons. 1 remote turret, which I think is right here, with 2 size 3 weapons. So it's better armed than the Hull A, at least. Yeah. 2 bespoke missile launchers with 2... Okay, so I think this is 4 size 3 missiles. I could be wrong. Yeah. It's $260 by itself. There's the Flyable Hulls series. So it's rather big. It lands in a medium hangar. Wait, do we have the internal item parts schematics? I don't see the skims. I think size 3. Two shields. Does anyone know? Is it size 2 shields or size 3? Does anyone know? I'm thinking it could be a size 3 shield. Maybe. It's pretty big. It's basically it looks like it's based on the Star Lancer. I don't know. So that's the whole B. Let's click on the UTV. The UTV is the Steve's off-road cousin. It looks like this. It can hold a 1 SCU box. It's basically a UT. Yeah. So it's 4 meters long, seats 2, 2.2 meters high, 1 SCU box, and 2.6 meters wide. It has several colors. So we have the standard, which is this gray, I guess. Hello, Simpy. How are you today? We have Reckoner, which, oh, I like this one. Red windshield with dark gray. I like this paint. Reckoner. Resistor camo. So like desert camo? Doing good. Yeah, it looks like desert. Wilderness camo. Okay, that's more of woodland camo. And Bonanza? Gold with black highlights. Bonanza. Okay, that's kind of an odd color, but it works. And then the Keystone, which is... This looks like a utility truck. Doesn't it? That one looks like a friggin' utility truck. Lol. That paint scheme looks like a damn utility truck, dude. I mean, come on. Look at that. Ooh, that's bad. That's awesome. Technician or maintenance vehicle. Yeah, it does, Simpy. Let's see if we can get features. What do we got? Okay. So it has a weapons rack and a 1 SCU capacity. Do we have anything on components? Chairman's Club only paint. Yeah. I'm going to go back to the Hull B picture, because I feel like... There we go. Okay. I'm going back to the B because I think I skipped something. Oh yeah, features. Does it have a size 3 shield? Okay, this doesn't work. Hold on. Go back. Previous. What do we got here? I'm not seeing any writing. Interior gallery. Huh. Well, it's not telling me. Really weird. Odd. Usually these tell you, usually these tell you, what kind of shields they have and such. I'm going to assume size 2 because it's a bigger one than the A, but I could be wrong. It's a little bit of a help, but I guess I'll have to try it online, Symphy. We'll have to see. It's like anything else, By the way, check this package out. Look at this. This is one of the better packages that they've thrown out there. This is less than $1,200, and it has almost multiple free vehicles. So you're new to Star Citizen? I wouldn't recommend spending this much money. It's, I wouldn't recommend spending nearly this much. There's plenty of land whales like myself that have vehicles like this. No need to spend this. You don't need it. I can actually suggest a basic package for you that is halfway decent. If you're interested, that's not super expensive. Well, I can let you look. See, these are the cheap packages right now. They get you access to the game. Some come with goodies and armor more than the others. Understand, though, these are bare bones games, or game packages. Yeah. So, in case you're interested, I'll hover here for a minute. All good, man. Just ask questions. I don't mind answering. Oops. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. It's always good to ask. Well, from a perspective, I would go with the Aurora Mark II. Cutlass Black is a good one, yes, but... Well, yeah, the Cutlass Black is good if he has the money. Beeson, lol. What's your rig setup like, Symphy? Just out of curiosity, what's your rig like? Thing is, this thing is very GPU and RAM heavy. So just be aware of that. What's your rig like? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to snoop, but you, yeah. Oh, you're on laptop. Yeah. Okay. No, yeah, building a PC. Well, it's always good to just keep an eye on things. Oh, not a Lenovo or something. Oh. Yeah, you don't want to have a mental breakdown crisis with your PC. Right? That's my worry, is that you turn your computer and it melts into silicon liquid. Yeah, don't worry about it. Things do have. I think eventually, though, we're going to get cheaper prices eventually. Sooner or later. Oh, before I forget, there's one more thing I need to cover. The update for the week or the monthly update or whatever. Let me see. It's going to be Roadmap Roundup. It was 3 hours ago. This is the update for this week. Every 2 weeks they do this. For April 8th, 2026, meaning the next one won't be this week. It will be the 22nd and the 6th of May and so on. So, the Holby and Grey Cat UTV have been set to release. Tactical strike groups have been added to 4.8. They've been set to tentative. QV extraction stations have also been set to tentative. New hairstyles and a beard have been set. Space combat missions defend location. And the Kassar plasma grenade, which is like a thermal grenade, I guess, because it explodes and is area denial. So this is like an area denial weapon. So there's also a FPS part of this, I guess you could say. Yeah. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Simphy. I appreciate it. Huh? Connection to error state. What? What's going on there? I have no idea. Hang on just a sec. Okay. Whoops. Video capture, window capture. There we go. Yeah, that's really weird. Image. Okay. Odd. What happened to YouTube? I don't know. Did it just stop working or something? Huh. Odd. Let's find out. Interesting. Content. It's saying it's still live. Super odd. Interesting. Mute that. Huh. Well. YouTube briefly quit working for a second. I don't know what happened. That was simply weird. Yeah. Super weird. Never had that happen before. Might be a restream issue. Okay. Very interesting. Hey VSIN, he was nice, wasn't he? I hope he can get a computer eventually and can join the fun with us, right? He seems nice. You know? Just saying. Oh. All right. Let's see what's going on. Analytics. Sent views. Wow. I had 3. Big spike. Definitely seem friendly. That's nice. It's rare you get actually friendly people, you know, that join your stream and are nice people. Well, I do get nice people a lot, but I've had some pretty negative people too over the last few months. But thankfully, those folks don't stick around very long. I tend to attract generally peaceful, happy people. Damn. Cool. See. I'll tell. I got to tell you something, Sin. If you're still around, I had a very negative experience when I was first starting out, and it almost put an end to my streaming dreams right away, because the person involved was so negative and so hateful that I almost didn't want to deal with these people, you know? But that was a long time ago. I'm content now, you know? Let's see, that's April 3rd, April 7th. All right. 4 viewers now. Who's in? Cool. Alrighty. So yeah, the whole B, definitely a cool looking ship. Almost put in. Yeah, I'm going to be doing actual streaming in the following days, you know, on YouTube and Twitch. Probably with actual gameplay, because people don't want to hear me talk. They want to hear me describing things in game. Yeah. Pretty sure. Who's subscribed? All right. Yeah. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to have to do for dinner tonight. Here in a bit. Because that's going to be fun. So yeah, I really like the whole B. I hope they redesign some of the older Hull series ships. Maybe give them a little bit of a touch up. I don't know. We'll see. It's like anything else. There may or may not be any adjustment. But does it really need it? Does it really need it? Probably not. Who's over on YouTube? What do you guys think of the Hull B and the UTV today? Out of curiosity. Also, Rumble. Super curious about your thoughts, too. Yeah. All right. Interesting. Honestly, I think the Hull B is probably the best mid-size hauling ship we have now after the Raft and the, oh Lord, what is the other new one? The new-ish one, the Hermes. The Hermes is only about half the size though anymore. So that's really the downside of the Hermes. Although for hauling stuff internally with more protection, the Hermes is king. The Hull B, you're more liable to get stuff siphoned off the ship and taken. Yeah. Which is never good. Right. Yeah. Either way. Yeah. It's going to be interesting going forward. Seeing all the changes roll out. I think, though, we've already seen a lot of changes. Remember, not long ago, we had no crafting, no two newish solar systems. Everything that we have in game right now. Pyro, Stanton, Nyx, everything. It's under 2 years old, less than 24 months. There's so much stuff in the game that's under 4.0, that's younger than 4.0. It's not even funny. There's been so much stuff under the hood adjusted that I don't even know where to begin with how different this game is from when 4.0 launched, let alone from what was before 3.0. The 3.0 branch was even more intricate. I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with me. That's fine. That's their prerogative. But I think 4.0 is shaping up to be one of the more interesting time periods for Star Citizen's development. It really is. If 3.0 was that long and had so little change up until the very end, yet 4.0 is rapidly changing the very game's usages at the start. Who knows how different this game will be in 6 months to 6 years? We have no idea. It's truly uncharted territory now. Just a bit of a disclaimer. I do not work for CIG. I am merely a fan streaming and giving his own opinion about things on the internet. So, who do I have over on Rumble by chance? Does anyone over there wish to comment? I would love to hear your comments since that channel is genuinely pretty quiet. What do you all think of the whole B redesign and the UTV, which up until this point we've never seen, really? Anyone can answer, I don't mind. Yeah. I'm hoping the changes continue as the game matures and evolves. I really am. Because I think the doldrums of the mid 3.0 era was what killed a lot of the game's development. It really suffered its growth and stagnated. Just an opinion. Thank you for following. Whoever just followed. MJ the King. 2001. Appreciate the follow. Barely caught that. Okay, cool. Do 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 do. Link clicks. Ah. Man. Who's on? Nobody. Really. Yeah, I need to start doing some more videos and stuff. Yeah. Right. It's just, yeah. Anywho, I need to check in with somebody really quick. I have work, or well, I have a school day tomorrow, but I'm not getting off just yet. Got to check with somebody about dinner plans here in about an hour or two. I'm not getting offline yet, but it will be here in a bit that I'm going to have to call it for this evening. I hate it too. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Holy cow, what did I do to my leg? Holy cow. That did not feel good. Feels like I pulled something. That's always fun. Dang. I think I pulled something getting up. Because that really, really freaking hurt. You know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to stream an old video fixing 6. I don't know who that is. I'm going to play a very old video. It's about a year old. Well, it's about 2 years old actually. Just a second. Start engine. I'm going to move my picture somewhere. Thank you for the follow. By this point in the video, which is now... How old is this video? This video is approaching 3 years old, I believe. When did this video come out? November 22nd, 2023. So about 3 years. This video is almost 3. 3 years old. So in the 3 years since this video came out, there's been almost all of this tech installed. I'd say we're about 78%, maybe 80. We still have some things to go. One of them being this one, the space whale, which big given. As of this recording, Pyro is in the game. Has been for over a year. Almost 2. Nyx is being built out, so that's system number 3. Castra is rumored for the end of the year, and we may get some news on Terra as well. We'll simply have to wait and see. As I said, chat, most of this tech is in-game. There are some major exceptions, like physical destruction of environment, among other things, that have come into development since. But the vast majority of all this technology is in-game presently. I'd say it about 82 to 85%, roughly. Anyways, guys, I gotta bail. Dinner here in a bit. Talk to you later. 07, everyone.